I know it's hard to separate the music of the movies from the image that is connected, but it's beautiful to listen to the music of Morricone and imagine that this music can be isolated of everything, has a power in itself, and it describes itself and talks about itself without the need of being connected to the image. But of course, at the same time, this music is connected to stories, to characters, to feelings. His music is an abstraction that arrives where the words cannot. I'm trying to do this project supported by all this legacy that he leaves in the history of cinema, in the history of music. I'm gonna try to do the same, try to generate new imaginary, new characters and new landscapes using his fabulous and his melancholic and his inspiring music. I remember 1 year ago when I was start talking with Sveva and with Gigi about this project, immediately this idea of Morricone Night came to me because, you know, the artist, we have desires, we have fears, we have obsessions, and his music and his legacy is one of these important things for me. And for me it was a challenge, no? Because trying to do again a new imaginary situation where his music is present without copying what he did is a challenge. But this is beautiful because his music, I think, can be connected to the image, but can be isolated, can be free, can be independent. And this is my thought and my conviction. I'm really excited to start this project, to listen again this music, to get inspired again with this music, and try to bring this music to another context, to generate another landscape around, and generate situations always inspired, very cryptic, but of course taking in consideration where this music was originally. The dramaturgy in dance was always present. I think in the last years we start to divide the choreography and the dramaturgy, but originally the choreographer also was a dramaturg. I mean, you have to take care about the meanings, you have to take care about the feelings, about the rhythm. All the decisions that you take are with values, with connections. Everything is interconnected. And for me, because I was formed as well in dramaturgy, I need to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing this job, why I'm doing this piece in concrete. When I understand all these questions and I try to generate these answers, the images, the aesthetics, the sequence, the characters are coming. But first of all, you need to have the columns of the structure of why are you doing in the 2024 a piece inspiring Morricone, why now? And I want to talk about that and how his legacy is still present, how we as an artist are taking all the time the legacy of the past, how all the story is regenerating in new things. To push the future, we need to take the past, and this is how I understand the art. For me, the interesting thing of his language, of his style, is that he starts from a classical background and he used his knowledge to adapt all this intuition, all this creativity in a different context. He was able to do the music of Cinema Paradiso and the music of Once Upon a Time in America. And why he chose this instrument, these situations. For me, he was out of fashion because he was on top of everything in terms of I don't care about where we are now. I have a conviction about this music is the best for explore these feelings, this melancholy, this sadness, this beauty. And when you are out of the fashion and you are listening yourself and you don't care about the wave of the tendence, of the way of the fashion is coming, is when you are really listening yourself and being free. He has an eclectic style, able to change, able to adapt, able to transform and to risk and to explore new things. And for me, this is very difficult. When you are an artist, usually you are victim of your style, and your style is talking for you. And if you see his many creations for many movies, you can generate a style, but always this style is changing like adapting and never losing his voice, always changing and always different. And for me, this is incredible. Me as a creator, I'm not thinking in which kind of new thing can I do. No, I'm thinking in what I need now, who I am now, and my needs for the future, how are answering my evolution as an artist. No? And after doing Nachträume or Sleeping Beauty or Firmamento, next year I will face this Morricone night. And for me, it's a present. It's a present for him, and it's a present for the lovers of the cinema and the lovers of his music. I want to do a piece just as a present for the art, as a present for the moment in Italy, with Italian company, with Italian composer. It's a present. Always when you have new people in front of you, something new inside of you appears. Because you need to dialogue with them differently, you need to approach to them. These 16 dancers are great, are wonderful. I know the company from time ago, and I'm sure that new chapters, new creations are generating new Marcos, new intuitions. I need change, I need to reinvent myself, because change is life, and you cannot stay in the beginning. And when you are open and when you are listening what you have in front, you accept to be different, to fail, because you need to fail, you need to doubt, and only doubting and failing, you discover a new voice. And this is how I trust and how I see the art. I think the most interesting thing of Morricone's music is that it's an abstract way to arrive where the words cannot arrive. His music complete the visuals, complete the text, and is floating and flying around the movie. And his music touch you and set you this image forever. And I think this is very important and very difficult. And when you are creating images like the choreographers we did, and you need to all the time connect image, movement, music, text, whatever you want, the set, and the dance, the movement, is all the time suggesting, is never explaining anything. And his music is always suggesting. And I think this relation that I have with the movement and he has with the music is very the same, is very similar. If the music provokes these suggestions and push you to activate your creative mind, even if you don't understand the music, but the music touches you and gets inside you, I think this is the most fascinating thing that one composer is provoking in the audience. I mean, it's beautiful because we are here now in summer 2023, and the project is going to be premiered in summer 2024. In 1 year, many things happen. You are changing, you are different. Many projects are in front of me before this project arrives. It's the beauty of the process. Start to work with my team, with my set, my costume designers, with my light designers, and try to start to activate all the mechanism that provokes that at the end, here and in Macerata, we are in front of this new piece. No? It's a mystery of, always is a process, like full of mysteries, full of hopes and dreams, but at the same time, I need to dive. I need to be inside this process, to get lost, to see why, and answer all the time why I'm doing this project, why his music is important for me now, why I decide to face this beautiful and challenging creation. In 1 year, life changed, the society changed, the politics, many things can happen, and the artists, we need to be here because we are the witness of our time, and we are all the time translating the world that we are living, and we are suffering at the same time. And hopefully we can be here alive, full of inputs and full of desires to keep translating this society and this world in a better place.